Dear students, see last time we saw properties of magnetic material. There is magnetic susceptibility. We talked of magnetic intensity H and magnetization M. See, we saw that the susceptibility chi is positive for paramagnetic material. Okay, negative for diamagnetic material. And it will be positive for ferromagnetic material. What will be the difference? See here, for the paramagnetic material, chi will be positive but smaller value, whereas for ferromagnetic material it will be larger value. Okay. Now see, the more regarding this we'll discuss in the subsequent topic. Now we start with the paramagnetic material. Okay, this can be asked in a 2-mark question. Okay, there is a write a short note on paramagnetic material. Now, see, you study in the chemistry that atoms possess spin depending on the arrangement of the electron or the electronic configuration. So here, see, the atoms or molecules of paramagnetic material possess dipole moment. Okay, but what we see, they are not in a one direction. Okay, so on an average the net dipole moment will be 0. So we define paramagnetic material like this. See, materials whose atoms or molecules possess dipole moment are called okay. See, the materials whose atoms or molecule possess dipole moment are called the paramagnetic material. Okay. Now, when paramagnetic material is placed in uniform external field, okay, see, when paramagnetic material placed in a uniform external magnetic field due to force of magnetic field or external magnetic field, all dipoles will arrange in same direction. Now, see, right now, see, the dipole moment are in random direction, but suppose we place in a external magnetic field B, all these dipole will arrange in the same direction. Okay, so what will happen? See, external magnetic field was present, also this dipole moment arrange in the same direction. So as a result, number of field lines inside the material increase. As a result, number of magnetic field lines increase. Okay, now as we have seen for paramagnetic material, chi, that is magnetic susceptibility is positive. Okay. Now see what are paramagnetic materials. See the materials whose atoms or molecule possess dipole moment are called paramagnetic materials. See when paramagnetic material is placed in a uniform external field due to force of the magnetic field, all dipoles arrange in the same direction. See as a result, number of field lines will increase. Now see for paramagnetic material, chi value is positive. Okay. Now see what happens when paramagnetic material is placed in a uniform, non-uniform external field. See this. How do we represent uniform magnetic field? By parallel and equidistant line. But see the non-uniform field we can represent like this. So what happens? See when a paramagnetic material is placed is in a non-uniform magnetic field. See it is attracted toward the stronger region. See what we can say here, the field lines are closer or crowded, so field will be stronger. If field lines are sparse or that is away from each other or far from each other, so field will be stronger here and here field will be weaker. So we can write like this. See when paramagnetic material is placed in non-uniform magnetic field, it is attracted toward okay. When paramagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, see it will be attracted toward the stronger region field. See what are the examples? Aluminum, sodium and calcium. See we have to remember at least 3 examples. Okay. So in MCQ if it is asked, see, or it will be like odd man out. Okay. So aluminum, sodium and calcium are examples of paramagnetic. Okay. So what is the property of the paramagnetic material? See the materials whose atoms or molecule possess dipole moment are called paramagnetic material. See but in normal condition, see the dipoles are not in one direction, they are randomly arranged. So as a result, in normal condition, see the magnetic dipole moment is 0. But when see the paramagnetic material is placed in a uniform magnetic field, because of the force of the magnetic field, the dipoles are arranged in the same direction. As a result, number of field lines increases. Now see when paramagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, see it is attracted toward the stronger region. See what are the examples of paramagnetic material? See the sodium and calcium are example of paramagnetic material. Now next we have to see about diamagnetic material. This again can be asked in a 2-mark question. Okay. Write a note on diamagnetic. Okay. Now see the materials of diamagnetic material, in which the arrangement will be such that they do not possess dipole moment. See we can write like this. See the materials whose atoms or molecules do not possess dipole moment See, the materials whose atoms or molecules do not possess dipole moment are called diamagnetic material. See what happens. See, when diamagnetic material is placed in a uniform magnetic field. See, here we can say this is uniform magnetic field or external field. See, when diamagnetic material is placed in a uniform magnetic field, see, the dipole moment will be induced. Okay, but it will be in opposite direction of the external field. So as a result, see, the number of field lines will decrease. So we can write like this. See, when diamagnetic materials is placed in non-uniform, uniform there is an external field. Okay, see, when diamagnetic material is placed in a uniform magnetic field, see, the dipole moment induced are in opposite direction of external magnetic field. Okay, as a result, the number of field lines. Okay, now we have seen that, see here, this is external magnetic field. Now see, a diamagnetic material is placed inside a external magnetic field. The dipole moment are induced, but they are in opposite direction. See, it's a vector quantity. See, there will be subtraction. So as a result, we can say number of field lines will decrease. Now for diamagnetic material, chi is negative. Okay, see, for diamagnetic material, okay, chi is negative. Now see what happens when diamagnetic material placed in a non-uniform. Now this we can say, we have shown non-uniform. Now see, when a diamagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform, see, it is attracted toward the weaker region. Okay, it is attracted toward the weaker region. See, when diamagnetic material is placed in non-uniform magnetic field, it is attracted toward okay. Now what are the example? See, the bismuth copper lead, bismuth copper lead are examples of diamagnetic okay. So this is about the diamagnetic material. See, the materials whose atoms or molecules do not possess dipole moment are called diamagnetic material. See, when diamagnetic material is placed in a uniform external field, uniform magnetic field, okay, see, the dipole moment induced are in the opposite direction of the external field. As a result, number of field lines decreases. Now see, we have to remember that for the diamagnetic material, chi is negative. Okay, now here we have shown that when a diamagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, it is attracted toward the weaker region of the field. Okay, now next we have to talk of ferromagnetic material. This again can be asked in a 2-mark question. Write a note on. Okay. Now see the atoms or molecules of ferromagnetic material possess dipole moment. Okay, atoms or molecules of ferromagnetic material dipole moment. But see, in normal condition they are not arranged in the same direction. Also, see, the number of dipole moments are large. Okay, so we can write like this. See, the materials whose atoms or molecules possess dipole moment are called ferromagnetic. Okay. See, the materials whose atoms or a molecule possess dipole moment are ferromagnetic material. See what happened. Now let us say this is uniform external magnetic field. Okay, when this ferromagnetic material is placed in uniform external magnetic field, see all the dipoles align themselves in the direction of external field, and the important thing that they retain their position for a very long period of time. Okay, so when ferromagnetic material is placed in uniform field, okay, all dipoles arrange same direction. Also, they retain their position for very long period of time. Okay. Now see the ferromagnetic material are also said to have a domain structure. So sometimes they write like this. See, the materials with domain structure are called. Okay, materials with the domain structure are called ferromagnetic material. Also, see, the magnetic susceptibility chi is very large compared to paramagnetic material. So we can write here, see, the magnetic susceptibility of ferromagnetic is positive and larger value. Okay, see, the magnetic susceptibility of the ferromagnetic material is positive and the larger value. So see, the ferromagnetic material, we can say definition. Sometimes they write like this: the material with the domain structure are called ferromagnetic materials, or materials whose atoms or molecules possess dipole moment are called ferromagnetic material. Also, and this number of dipoles are very large. See, we talked about domain. See, domains we can visualize by using powerful microscope. Now, see, when ferromagnetic material is placed in a uniform external field, see like this, all these dipoles arrange themselves in the same direction. Also, they retain the position for a very large period, very long period of time. Okay, and the magnetic susceptibility chi is positive for the ferromagnetic material. Now, what happens when ferromagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform magnetic field? Okay, see, when ferromagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, see, it is attracted toward the stronger region. See, when ferromagnetic material is placed in non-uniform magnetic field, it is attracted toward okay. Now, what are the examples of ferromagnetic material? See, the iron, cobalt, nickel are example of ferromagnetic material. See, iron, cobalt, and many of the alloys also are ferromagnetic material. Now, see, the ferromagnetic material broadly divided into two parts. One is the hard ferromagnetic material and soft see, more regarding this classification we'll see in the subsequent theory. But here, see, when ferromagnetic material is placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, so it is attracted toward the stronger region. See, the iron, cobalt, nickel are example of ferromagnetic material. See, it is broadly divided into two parts: hard ferromagnetic material and soft ferromagnetic material. Now, this is about the magnetic property of the materials. See, we talked about paramagnetic materials, we talked about ferromagnetic material and diamagnetic materials. Now, see, properties of magnetic materials is temperature dependent. Okay. Now, next you have to see the property of how do the property of ferromagnetic material changes with temperature. So, this again can be asked as a separate 2-mark question, or see, the equation is important, sometimes it is asked in MCQ. Okay. Now, effect of on now, see, scientist Curie studied the properties. How do the properties of ferromagnetic material changes with temperature, or the temperature dependence of magnetic property of ferromagnetic material? So we can say, see, scientist Curie effect of temperature on magnetic properties of ferromagnetic material. See, he established the relation that is chi. Okay, now C is called Curie's constant. T is absolute temperature of material. See, Tc is called Curie temperature. Now, what we can see from the relation? See, there is an inverse relation between the magnetic susceptibility and the temperature. Now, what we have seen here? Ferromagnetic material, dipoles are arranged in the same direction. But what happened? See, what happened when temperature of ferromagnetic material is increased, or we can say they are heated. Okay. So what happened? See, when temperature of a ferromagnetic material is increased, see this bonding or the dipole moment, because of the effect of the temperature, the bonding are broken. So this is called distortion. Yeah, this is called distortion, or we can say, see, the bond between the molecules or atoms breaks. Okay, when temperature of ferromagnetic material is increased. Okay, bonding of atoms or molecules become big. Yeah, we say that is distortion. See, on further heating the temperature, or sorry, further heating, on further increase in temperature, more and bond break. So what happened? Initially these dipole moment are in the same direction, but they start moving in different direction, we can say. Okay, so more and more bond become. We say that is distortion. On further increase in temperature, more and more bond become weak. See, at a particular temperature, all this bonding will break. See, that temperature is called Curie temperature. So we can write like this: at a particular temperature, atom or okay, and when all bonds break, see, the ferromagnetic material is converted in the paramagnetic material. So we can say at Curie temperature is the temperature. Okay, at Curie temperature, ferromagnetic material is converted into paramagnetic. Okay, now this is the effect of temperature on ferromagnetic material. See, this relation was explained by scientist Curie, and he gave the mathematical expression for that. We have seen the magnetic susceptibility is inversely depend on the temperature. So what happens when temperature is increased? see the chi will decrease. That means the bonding between the atoms or molecule decrease. At a particular temperature, that is Curie temperature, see all bonds will be broken, and see the ferromagnetic material will be converted in the paramagnetic material. So this is about the temperature dependence of the ferromagnetic material. Now see, next time we'll say further topics. There is a effect of temperature on the paramagnetic material also. Today we talked about magnetic property of the material, that is paramagnetism, diamagnetism and ferromagnetism. Thank you.